Hello world, my name is Silvo Draconis, and welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I know, it's a weird game for me to be playing, but let me preface this by saying I love dueling a lot. I used to duel all the time when I was a kid. I would duel my sisters, I would duel my friends in school. It's awesome. And for anyone who doesn't know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Duel Monsters is, it is a card game. It's either a card game based off of a TV show, or it's a card game based off of a manga that has a TV show based off it. Who knows which one was actually first? I don't know. I would assume the manga or the TV show was first, but either way, the show's good, the manga's good, and the card game is a heck of a lot of fun. And I haven't been able to duel in a very long time, because I live alone, and I have no friends, and my sister does not live near me, so I haven't been able to duel and use my deck. I actually have real cards. I have, like, legit cards and everything, but I haven't been able to do it. So, a while ago, I found this game, Duel Links, and it's actually a pretty good, online dueling system. Is it perfect? No, but it's fun. I actually have it on my phone as well. So, but I want to start anew on this to kind of show off what dueling is. And in the beginning, it has a lot of tutorials and stuff that it's really good for people who don't know what dueling is to be able to get into it. So then it's going to be downloading a bunch of cards and stuff as well, so I'll probably skip over this, but while this is going on, I'll just talk about what I want to talk about, because once it gets going, things will be happening and stuff. So yeah, I used to duel a lot back when I was younger, and I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on my phone on and off because, while it's not perfect, it is a nice system. So I figured I would it's on Steam, it's free to play, the Duel Links. So you'll be able to go and play it, and it's a lot of good fun. It's a nice strategy game, but it's not like so terribly overwhelming that you can't get into it. It is a lot of fun. So once this loads up, I also do want to preface this for anyone who does duel, because while I'm talking about for people who have no idea what this is, I also realize there's the opposite end of the spectrum of people who know exactly how and what everything does. I am no expert. I will be saying that. I am no expert. I enjoy dueling. I am okay at dueling. But I am no expert at it. So, if I misplay, or if I don't make the perfect deck, or stuff like that, don't scream at me in the comments, because I know I'm not that good, but I do it to have fun. And like, it's gonna be an interesting experience, because Duel Links has a lot of the newer cards, like that's most of the packs you get is like the newer packs that have come out and everything. I am very much an old school duelist. I have older cards, and I play with older rules. So I'm not gonna know all the newest and latest strategies or how all these new fangled cards work, because I don't know. They're all pretty new to me. I like my deck, but it is definitely filled with older cards. I think some of them are even banned in tournament play. Like, I have Mirror Force, I have Monster Reborn. I got a lot of old school cards. I got some Blue Eyes. I got, I think the newest card I have is a Synchro Summon monster, Azurai's Silver Dragon. I got a Synchro Summon, and I got some tuner monsters. Always a lot of these are like older style of cards. I do have a trap monster though, so that's cool. Trap monsters are monsters you put, well, they're cards you put in the trap zone, and then they activate and they become a monster as well as a trap card, and they're really cool. And I was very excited to get one in a pack that I bought recently. But yeah, so I am no expert either when it comes to the newest strategies or the newest cards or any of that. I am an old school duelist, and even then I'm not the best duelist. So I do it for fun. I do it to have fun and have the dueling spirit and duel with the heart of the cards. But other than that, yeah. So don't scream at me if I don't do it right, because I know. I know. Alright, but that's all I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna wait for the rest of this to download, and I will see you guys on the other side. Alright, and we're back. So this comes up, and it asks you how much experience you have. So there's never heard of Yu-Gi-Oh!, always up for a duel, used to play the card game, or remember it from the comic anime. I'm gonna put used to play the card game because I'm more familiar with the old rules rather than the new rules. So we'll go with used to play. In truth, I'm always up for a duel, but I am well aware that I am not as familiar with the newer ways of doing things. So we'll go like that. I can't do settle. Okay, I am also gonna preface this by saying I'm not gonna read their voice. I can't do their voices. It would do them a disservice. I cannot. I'm sorry. I can read them regularly, but it might sound weird. But I cannot do their voices. It's impossible. Okay, also for any of you guys who don't know, this is Seto Kaiba, Yugi's rival. Yugi is the main character and protagonist of Yu-Gi-Oh!, funnily enough. He is a CEO of a company, he's a great duelist, he uses Blue Eyes White Dragon, and he can be kind of a dick sometimes, but he's got a good heart. So, let's go. When I defeat you, you will call me King of Games. Let's see if you have the cards to challenge. I forgot it, actually. Oh, it has voice acting. I forgot Duel Links has voice acting. Good, I don't have to fucking read anything. Okay. So I will be quiet then.
I cannot afford to lose.
Yeah! So that is Yami Yugi. And I'm not gonna... that is not actually Yugi. He is a 5,000-year-old Egyptian pharaoh spirit, for anyone who also doesn't know Yu-Gi-Oh! And he's awesome. Select my initial character. Let's go. Alright, so we're playing as Yami Yugi. It's gonna be weird because I'm so used to calling him by his actual name, but for anyone who hasn't seen the series, I don't want to spoil it, but he does actually have a different name. The Egyptian pharaoh guy. So, alright, let's get into it. Yeah!
Finally take down you.
Ooh, it's so good.
Regain my top dueling status. Let the epic battle begin.
Yes. Duel. All right, and the objective is to attack their life points and reduce it to 0. It's weird.
My turn.
I'm gonna point out as he's doing
I
stuff.
summon a monster in attack position.
There is differences
I end my
to what I know.
It's my turn.
My turn. So I draw.
I draw a card.
It froze there for a second. Alright, but I got Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress! And it has 1,400 attack and 1,200 defense. I've drawn a monster card. Strange, I know. I am gonna check that's still recording. Okay, good. Because it did freak out there for a little. Okay, so I've drawn a monster card. So, I summon the bad boy.
I'm counting on you. I summon a monster in attack position.
Yes! This is gonna be a little bit different because A, it's the tutorial, and B, yeah, I can only summon once per turn, and I can only summon monsters up to 4 stars. 5 and 6, I need to tribute. 7 and 8, I need to tribute 2 monsters. And tributing basically means sacrificing a monster you have on the field. Now, what's different from this and normal dueling, at least what I'm aware, is that you usually have 5 spaces for Magic and Trap. As you'll notice here, there's 3 spaces for Magic and Trap, and then these are for, like, special cards and field spells, which we'll probably get into later, and this is your graveyard. Normally you have 5 spaces to put things, but here you only have 3. As well as you don't start with as many cards, I believe. I think you only start with 4 in Duel Links instead of 5. Alright, but let's go in. So then we'll change phase into battle. There are a couple different phases. There's main phase, which allows you to summon things, place magic and trap cards. There's battle phase, which allows you to attack monsters, which is what I'm doing here.
I attack with a monster.
So my attack is higher than his attack, so he loses the the damage I inflict to opponent's life points is equal to the amount of my monster's attack exceeded by my opponent's monster. So he only had 600 attack, I had 14, so he loses the difference. Then normally in dueling you would also have main phase 2, which would allow you to either summon any monsters if you hadn't yet during the turn, or place any other magic or trap cards, or activate some in some cases. But in Duel Links you don't have that. You only have main phase and battle phase, which sucks because I'm used to having 2 main phases. So if but Duel Links is not exactly the same. It's still fun. Also, Seto normally wouldn't do that. I'm gonna say, like, this is the tutorial. This is not reflective of their actual abilities. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I remember watching the series as a kid and seeing their duels and shit is fucking crazy. Alright. Number is 5 or higher. Summon a monster 5 or higher. Yes. Tribute summon. So yeah, since it's a tutorial, they're giving me another monster because Dark Magician requires 2 sacrifices, not 1, and I only had 1 monster. So we'll bring this out. It'll ask us if we want a normal summon. Then it'll tell us, hey, you need a tribute summon. You have to tribute 2 monsters. Hit OK. Click the ones you want to tribute. That one. And that one. Bing, bang, boom. Out comes Dark Magician. And each character has their own special monster that has like a special animation for this. Yugi's is the Dark Magician because that's like his main card. Seto's is Blue Eyes, and they all have their own monsters. Yes, it has been successfully tribute summoned, unsurprisingly. So then we change battle, and we win because he only has 2,200 life points. And you can only direct attack someone either if there's no monsters on the field or if it's a monster with a special effect. There are special effect monsters that allow you to bypass monsters on the field.
I was willing to risk everything to win, but I still couldn't pull it off.
Yeah.
Kaiba, you will never win if you give in to hatred.
Yes, you must duel with the heart of the cards. Oh man. And bloop. One thing I do wish about this game is I wish I could play as my own person. Preparing to access. Yeah, let's go. I am being verified. Enter my player name. I am going to be called Silva Draconis. So, I can't. Okay, I'll just put Silva. I can't put Silva Draconis. It is 1 letter too long. I am verified. So you can't actually play as your own character. You have to play as one of the characters from the show. But oh well. It's still fun. It is very much so fun. And here we are. That's Kaiba Tower in the background. Well, not technically. It's a virtual reality world. That's the premise of Duel Links. It's a bunch of people in like virtual reality space that come and duel. Welcome to Duel Links. This is a duel world, a VR realm within Duel Links. Thanks to our cutting-edge online network, duelists around the globe can gather here. Now the world, the universe of dueling can expand forever. Why don't you hop into a duel right now? Heck yeah. Let's duel. Duel Links is awesome. So this is going to be a very easy battle. This duel can be skipped. No, I'm going to duel. Fuck off. So these beginning duels will teach you the basics of the game. How spell and trap cards work, how monster cards work, all that good jazz. So we're going to go through it and learn. Now we only have 1,000 life points.
I'm gonna win, you're gonna lose, and that's all there is to it. Duel.
Use the spell trap
It's
card.
my turn. I draw
Boink.
a card.
Final Flame. Inflict 600 points damage to your opponent's life point. Nice. I'll do it when I want to, thank you.
From my hand, I activate a spell.
So that'll take damage to his life points. Now let's try a trap card. Yeah. You can start using trap cards during the turn following the one in which you set them. So you have to set a trap card first, which means put it face down.
I set this card face down.
And then we can end our turn. Nope.
I end my turn.
It's my turn.
And then I'm gonna...
Battle. Do it. My
But then...
monster will take you down.
No, it won't, because we will activate. You can use trap cards. That's a good thing about trap cards is, unlike magic cards, you can use them during your opponent's turn. So you can literally set up a trap. They go to attack you, and bing, bang, boom. Activate this card, which increases my monster's attack points by 500. And then you select the monster. Aha! And we win! Again, really hard to win these, or really hard to lose these opening duel.
Who knew losing could be this much fun?
I win.
Da, 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 da. Alright. I don't know if there's much of a story to this game once you get past the initial stuff. You also can level up your characters. You get gems, which help you buy, which are basically money in the game that help you buy like card packs and stuff. You can unlock different cards as your character levels up, and you can unlock powers, which are weird. Powers give you like special boosts or stuff. Like the Power of Dark, I believe, allows you to start the duel with Yami activated, which is a field spell, which gives all dark type monsters a boost in attack points. But that honestly feels like cheating to me, having these like powers activated. It feels really cheaty. So I don't like doing it. And I also got a card. These are different gate keys that do things. And we got an Abyssal Designator. I've never heard of this card. Pay 1,000 life points, declare type and attribute. Your opponent must send one monster with both declared type and attribute from your hand or deck to the graveyard. That is a very specific card. And it costs 1,000 life points to use. Jesus. Jesus. I've never been much for the self-sacrificing cards. Like, you gotta pay life points to do this. And, like, nah. Nah, man. Stage ranks up. Let's check out stage missions. So these are like the storyline missions. I just cleared my mission. Claim my reward. Give. Bring. Cleared all missions. I'm now at stage 2. And I can now get cards. So we go to the shop. So I can click and drag, but I'm probably just gonna end up clicking down here. Alright, so there's the shop. Go in. Whoop. And we can buy some cards. With odd gems. Or whatever the hell they're called. Gems, cash, gold, gil. Whatever currency pleases you to use. You can use gems to purchase a pack. So we have 60 right here. These are things that you buy with like real money. These coins. This game does have microtransactions, but you don't need to do, like, it is not necessary to do that, unless you just don't want to duel and just get all awesome cards. Ooh, Shadow Ghoul! This card gains 100 attack for each monster in your graveyard. This was in an episode as well, so I recognize it. Trap Jammer is really good. Ooh, I have this one in my actual deck. When your opponent activates a trap card during the battle phase, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So that's really good. And Doc the Dark Charmer. Take control one dark monster your opponent controls while this card remains face up on the field. That's pretty interesting. So let's go to... Close. Yes. Complete missions, rank up, take on the world. Ah. Boom. Again, I cannot do his voice. Let's not do this. You must realize that now that you arrived in the world of Duel Links, duelists have come to test their skills in the next evolution of dueling. This is the perfect place to determine who's the real champion. Who will be the one who will rule over them all? Who will wear the crown as Duel World King? Duel World is divided into different stages. Reach the final stage and claim the throne. Defeat all who stand in the way of your dreams. Duelists, come to Duel World for your greatest challenge. Test yourself to the breaking point. Dare to become the Duel World King. Yeah! Yes! This is a new venue for dueling, and a place to determine who will be Duel World King. As you know, I never run from a challenge. To prove that I am a true duelist, I will compete with all of my strength, the heart of the cards, along with my dear friend, the Dark Magician! Yugi, unlocked. So now I play as him, and I can unlock other characters that we can play as. And the deck is unlocked. Nice! Okay. So let's collect all the things that we got. Blah, blah, blah. Get rewards for different missions and such. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Oh, I got a Blue Eyes Red Dragon. Cool. Alright. There. Got all the things I needed to get. Huh. That took a while. So let's get some cards and get... No, not the balloons. Let's get some cards. Let's get a deck going. I'm not sure what decks to buy. I know how I like to battle. My strategy is basically... it's not really much of a strategy, to be honest. It's basically just attack and have a bunch of cards to back me up when something fails. So I have in my main deck, I have a lot of attack-oriented monsters. I don't actually have many that are under 1500. The only ones I do are special effects monsters, like there's Magician of Faith, which allows you to bring a magic card back from the graveyard. There's Mask of Darkness, which... what do I want to do? Let's get one of these. There's Mask of Darkness, which allows you to bring a trap card back from the graveyard. You know, different effects like that. But otherwise, all of my monsters that I have are... very much so attack-oriented. And then I have a bunch of trap cards and magic cards that back me up in the case of anything, pretty much. I have ones that increase my monster's attack, ones that negate spell or trap cards from the opponent, ones that end the battlefield or give me life points. Like, it is very much so attack, and if something fucks up, I can fix it in some way or another. So I'm just gonna open these up really quickly. Because I got a bunch of coins from all that, so... Okay, so this is all like 6 Samurai. 6 Samurai is a different type of... There are different type decks, I've noticed, especially with a lot of the newer cards. There seem to be a lot of decks oriented around having a particular type of monster. Like the 6 Samurai, you could make... Or like Elemental Heroes are different types. There's Light Sworn. There's a whole bunch of different types, but... I usually don't do those kinds. City Hero, 6 Samurai, blah blah blah. Okay. I'll go through all these cards after. I just want to open all the packs. So I'm gonna wait on buying any more cards. I still have 550 gems, but I'm gonna wait on doing that. Because I'm bored of opening cards. It takes forever. So then, when you want to go and edit your deck, you come over here to the card studio. Bloop. View and edit decks. Thank you. So, as you get more characters and stuff, you'll be able to get more deck slots, more characters, and different types of deck, and everything. But right now, this is all the one I have. So we're going to go into this one. And we are going to edit the shit out of it. Another thing that is different with Duel Links rather than normal dueling is you can only have up to 30 cards in here rather than 40. 40 is the normal amount of cards for a standard dueling deck. However, here is not so much. So this is also a special deck where you, for like, this is where you put your fusion summons, your synchro summons, all that good jazz. Because they don't actually go in your regular deck, so you don't have to worry about those taking up space. So we're going to filter monsters. And we're going to add a filter for... level card effect. Damn it. I was hoping I could filter it to have attack power be more than blah blah blah, but okay. Fair enough! So right now our deck is pretty crappy. We got a few basic magic cards. We got Dark Magician obviously, which is pretty cool. But otherwise we just got a bunch of copies of really weak cards. So we got 3 copies of Hornim, which is 1300 attack, 1000 defense, which isn't bad. This one's 1314, a little bit better. 12-8, and none of them have any effects either. So these are just like the basic of basic monsters. Watt Kid sucks. And Curtain of the Dark Ones really sucks. So we're gonna change some things. I'm gonna filter it by 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this way it only shows monsters that we can normally summon. So let's just go through and see what we got here. Bee Soldier, no. Alright, that's pretty good. So then when you want to put cards in your deck, you literally just click on it and drag it to whatever spot you want. And boop, in it goes. So that's one that I just added. And he has 1500 attack, 1600 defense, and it can be treated as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a fire monster. I don't know if I have any that can take advantage of that effect, but his attack is just good enough on its own that it's not much to worry about. Dream Cloud, I'm going to add one because his effect is pretty cool. And right now I need to take full advantage of effects because I don't have enough monsters to compensate for that. So he has 1200 attack and 900 defense, and when his card is changed from attack to defense edition, destroy 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field. So that's pretty good. So we'll put 2 of them bad boys in. I might change that up later. I definitely want these guys in here because they're just plain old good. They have specific effects depending on the element that is on there. And they have 1500 attack and 1200 defense. So that's awesome. Then we got Element Soldier. I actually have this card. She's pretty cool. And I'm going to be removing this guy because he's awful. So I'm just going to drag him back in here. Go away. Go away. I'm not going to do Hane. Hane, his effect is pretty cool, but he doesn't have a good enough attack for me to properly use him. Because again, my battle style is very much so focused on attack-centric, I guess. So we'll add this guy. Is it the best strategy in the world? No, but it makes me happy. Ooh, that's another element one. We'll add this guy. We'll have I guess we're making an element type deck. Unintentionally. That one's pretty good. They're just flat out 1500 attack. Heck yes. And we'll do some of these ones. It's kind of funny. I'm so, like, starting out again, this is another reason why I wanted to start out from the beginning. Because when you start out in the beginning in Yu-Gi-Oh, you usually don't have a lot of good cards. Like, 1500 attack is high for a monster to have, unless it's like a tribute summon, but like, I know in my deck, I don't even have any monsters besides the special effect monsters that even have 1500 anymore. I think the lowest one I have that's a base monster is, I want to say it's either 1700 or 1800. That doesn't have any effects, because I do have monsters that are lower than that, but, like, it's Mask of Darkness or Magician of Faith that have special effects, or, Kaiser Seahorse, he has 1700 attack, but he can be used as, 2 tribute summons for a light monster, and since I have, like, Blue Eyes in my deck, being able to be used for 2 tribute summons is pretty damn good. So I think, I do have a 1600 monster for Mirage Dragon. And, okay, so I do have a 16 and a 15, but they have effects. I'm looking for I'm literally looking at my deck right now to see. But I'm looking for, like, normal monsters, because I do have lower monsters, but the reason they're in there is for effects. Not particularly just because they're attack. So, I'm curious to see what the lowest normal one is. Okay. Actually, I think the lowest normal one then would be 1800. Yeah. I do have a couple lower ones, but they're effect type monsters. So, like, I have a twin-headed behemoth dragon who, he gets killed and sent to the graveyard, he comes back again with 1,000 attack points and 1,000 defense on the next turn. So he's really good, especially for like tribute summons and stuff. Where the hell was I? There I am. Okay, so this one I'm not going to be able to use the effect, but he has 1,800 attack, which is what I'm more concerned with right now. As I get more and better cards, I'll be able to formulate my deck to fit my dueling style a bit better and to get the cards to work together a bit more. But right now, all the cards I have are kind of disjointed and dysfunctional. Oh, this one's a 1,900. Hell yes. Thank you. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of these Watt Kid ones then, I believe. Yeah, because they only have 1,000. And this will also make room for more magic and trap cards as well. So I only have a couple more monster cards to go through. I don't want any of the 6 Samurai because I don't want to deal with their crap. Because 6 Samurai are very good at working together, but they're very much so an effect type deck that I am not very good at using, if I'm honest. So I'm gonna clear my filter. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna look for tribute monsters. Filter. Because I believe I do have a Blue Eyes. Here he is. Hell yeah. So he's going right in because just plain old. Yes. In you go. And it's always good to balance because with monsters that require tribute summons, you need to make sure you can actually get monsters onto the field to tribute for them. Funnily enough. So it's good to be able to balance how many normal or, how many lower type monsters with your tribute monsters. This one's pretty good. 1,200, 13, okay. So this way, right now I have 1 that only requires 1 sacrifice and 2 that requires 2 sacrifices. That's not the best balance in the world. I would like 1 more. I might add Twin-Headed Fire Dragon. So, I'm debating between the Griffin or the Twin-Headed Fire Dragon. I'm thinking I'm going to go with the Griffin simply because I like having the effect available to me. Am I probably going to need it? No. No, not that one. So then I'm going to take another wolf out. And then I'm going to cancel my filter. And then I'm going to just go straight. Then I'm just going to filter over to spells. So now is the time to start adding spells. I do have a couple of base spells in my deck already. So this one is a continuous spell which remains on the field after you play it. And all monsters I control gain 200 attack during battle phase only. So every time I initiate battle phase, they each gain 200 attack, and then when it's over, they lose that 200 attack. So it's pretty good. And it's pretty decent. And select 1 face-up monster opponent controls and change it to defense. That one's pretty good. And this one is selecting 1 defense monster and change it to attack. Those are both good for being able to control the field. That way you don't end up dying, frankly. And this one is simply just a flat decrease my opponent's life points. I usually don't just keep these flat things in my deck, but for right now I'm going to. That one I'm not going to use. Temple of the Mind's Eye. That one's weird. This one would be weird. Any battle damage a player takes becomes 1,000, because that sounds like a double-edged sword for certain. On both accounts. So these work with different hero monsters. This one is interesting, but I don't think I'm going to need it right now in the beginning. Because when you first start out, it's pretty easy when you're fighting the AI. Because I'm not going to be doing many battles online with different people, mainly because my internet sucks ass. So I'm not going to be doing many of those. So I don't have to worry about the AI being too, well, competent. This one's pretty good. I might do that one. That one is also pretty good. Another thing I thought of when looking at this, a good thing to have is, like, when you're making strategies in your deck, because, you know, it's like some cards work together like this or like that, but something I've learned over the course of just doing this is it's good if you have, like, a strategy, don't have it rely on just, like, 2 cards. And if those 2 cards never line up, then it's never gonna work. Like, say I put Burning Spear in, and I only had, like, 1 or 2 Pyro-type monsters in my entire deck. This card would then be useless to every other card in my deck until those fire monsters finally came up. So it wouldn't actually be good for me to put this in my deck, even though I do have a fire-type monster in my deck, because it would only work for 1 or 2 of them, and then be entirely useless to the rest of them. So when you're crafting your deck, it's always good to make sure that your cards can work with most, if not all, of your monsters. Or at least be used in some way or another. I know a while ago I had like when I first started dueling, I was so excited. I had this strategy in mind because I had 2 fire-type monsters, one of which couldn't be destroyed by battle. There's another fire-type monster on the field. And the other one, it had like 2,200 defense points. And if it was on the field, you couldn't attack any other pyro-type monsters. No, wait, I said that twice. So one you couldn't attack any other fire-type monsters, and that was the heavy defense. And the other one, at the end of my turn, it would deal 500 damage to my opponent's select points at the end of every turn, which was awesome. You know, that's pretty cool. But it relied simply on those 2 cards, so I never actually got to use that because I didn't have any other cards to go with it in my deck to help either bring out those cards or to coexist with those cards. Like, so it ended up becoming dead weight in my deck, and eventually I just ended up filtering that out of my deck and getting different and better strategies in my deck. But that was the main example I could think of. But yeah, that's I guess it's not really a pro tip, but a tip if you're making strategies in your deck. Don't have it rely on one type of monster, or like 1 or 2 monsters, because then you're probably never gonna get to use it. Where are my trap jammers? Definitely want these bad boys. Sadly, I don't have any cards that can cancel magic cards. That's one thing I'm missing, because I usually, in my decks, I have things that can stop trap cards, things that can stop magic cards, monster effects, stuff like that. I don't have anything for magic cards, and it's really annoying. Oh, wait. Alright. Well, I am pretty much done with this one. I'm gonna rename it to main deck, because it's no longer just strictly Yami Yugi deck. It's not beautiful in any means, but it is something that I am happy with the cards that I have. So, let us actually go and get into a duel now that I've finally finished my thing. So let's get out of here. Goodbye. I like making decks, but it's stressful because I was like, I know that I need to hurry up, and I want to get to the action and stuff. At the same time, I need to make sure I can do good things. Huh, that's new. Alright, so these are different AIs that exist around the world. This shows how many are up here. You start off, you'll get 5, and then when you do 1, it'll have like a little timer for how long it takes until someone else comes along. It's usually like only a couple minutes. So let's just start dueling. Because, damn it, that is what I did this episode to do. As those first ones don't count, because there's no way you can lose those first ones. It's impossible. Alright. Finally! Yes! Now, this is an AI, this isn't an actual person, but we're gonna go for it. So I'm going first, which I actually don't like doing, because in Duel Links, if you go first, you're not allowed to draw a card, which is silly.
If you are a true duelist, I expect nothing less than your best strategies.
You want to duel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Duel.
My turn.
Right. So yeah, I don't actually get to draw a card if I go first, which is silly and dumb. So I'm gonna put down Trap Jammer, just in... Well, I know that the AI is not that good, I'm still gonna do it in the mindset of if I was actually doing. So I would put down Trap Card in case my opponent were to activate a Trap Card.
This card face down.
I'm not gonna put this down because unless the spell card has a little lightning bolt, I can't actually use it on my opponent's turn. So there wouldn't be much point of me putting this card out now. It would be better to wait until I actually need to use it. However, a card that I'm going to be activating is Banner of Courage after I summon my monster. So first, let's summon my little feral imp guy, 1300 attack, 1400 defense, and we can choose to either set him, which puts him face down defense, or normal summon him, which puts him in attack.
All right. I summon a monster in attack position.
Yes. So that'll bring him out, all ready to go, and then we'll activate Banner of Courage. Again, we can either set or activate effect, and we're going to activate effect.
I activate a continuous spell.
Yeah. So then this just stays on the field until either she or I destroy it. So then, we click this little thing, and we end turn because the person who goes first can't attack. Because it wouldn't be fair, to be honest. Because the other person wouldn't have had a chance to do it. To do anything. So now she's summoning a monster, and it's going to be Curtain of the Dark Ones. Like I said, the AI is pretty basic, so it's not that hard to win the duels, but it's always good when you're dueling to, like, don't get lazy, I guess is what I want to say. Don't get complacent. So now we're going to summon Snake Hair.
All right. I summon a monster in attack.
It's always good to be prepared for anything, even if you know, like, okay, I know the AI is kind of crap, and I know I don't have to worry about them activating trap cards, but I'm still gonna go in with the mindset of, you know, gotta do my best, basically. So I'm gonna attack her monster, and then I'll attack her directly.
With a monster.
That was nothing.
And then, pow! Take this!
Let's do this. I attack your life points directly.
And it keeps a nice little log of what all has happened during the battle here. It shows the cards that you click on over here. Very nice. Then, end turn.
I end my turn.
So now their attack goes back to normal because the battle phase has ended.
My turn. I draw. Ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I summon a monster in attack position. I guess it's the end of my turn.
And the end of your duel.
Time to let up. My turn. I draw.
I'm gonna summon this guy.
I'm counting on you. I summon a monster in attack position.
And this is going to be the end for her. We'll change phase in the battle. And I can actually defeat her with just one monster.
My monster attacks.
Ta-da! And done. So not difficult at all.
Skills. Let's have a rematch sometime.
Yeah.
It's not whether you win.
It's how you play the game. Alright. So that was just a basic AI battle. They get harder as you level up as well. They don't all stay that easy always. But since I'm just starting out, it's treating me like I'm a newbie, I guess. Which is really cool, actually. How it levels up with you and the characters get harder as you go along and get better and stronger. So that's pretty cool. But now let's do some missions. Yeah. And they give you tips and stuff on like what to do when they lose. Like, oh, I should make better use of my extra deck or stuff like that. Blah, blah, blah. Just let you... a way to tell you, like, different tips and tricks. I am now at stage 3. Haha. So let's see if we can do a more intense duel. Someone should be coming through the gate now. I believe it's Joey? Legendary Duelist unlocked. I think Joey is the first one that comes through. Linking with Joey Wheeler. Yep, I was right. Yay! Joey's cool. Again, I can't do his voice. Oh, man. Hey, Joey. You transform me again before I'm ready, I'll pummel your processes. looks kind of like the town of Domino. Yeah, Domino is where they're all from. I try to become the Duel World King. So all you duelists better watch out, because Joey Wheeler is coming. I can't believe Kaiba didn't send me a personal invite. Kaiba does not like Joey, and Joey doesn't really like Kaiba either. Towards the end of the series, they get acquaintances, kinda. It's funny though. Yes, visit the gate and challenge legendary duelists. Heck, yes. Let's do that. So that's what the gate keys are for, is so you can use the gate and challenge duelists whenever you would like. So, we are going to challenge Joey. After I click this thing, because these little exclamation points give you cool shit. Like that gave me 300 coins. But now, we're gonna do and battle Joey! Let's go! So this, it actually shows Joey's deck over here. But let's duel. Because it's cheating to know their deck. Seems like you can't get to the next stage unless you defeat me first. Come on, show me what you got, or you ain't getting past me. And again, I cannot do their voices.
Right up so I can knock you down.
Yes, there's the voice acting. Yeah. Oh, man. Yes, let's duel! Duel! Exciting, exciting! Normally I would also wait and like grind up levels a bit first with my character and get more cards and stuff, but screw it, damn it! I don't care if my deck isn't perfect, I want to duel! Okay.
Duel, Joey. You promised that you'd duel me, and it's time to pay up.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
Alright. So what do we got? We don't have any magic or trap cards, sadly, but we do have some decent cards. We also got this card, which we could... Ooh, it'd be risky. It'd be risky. Let's normal summon this monster. We'll give it a shot. I don't know what Joey's gonna bring out, but if we can get this effect to work, it'll be awesome.
Monster in attack position.
So we're just gonna end our turn, and we're gonna hope that our monster stays alive, because if it does, then we'll be able to change its battle position and use its effect.
I activate a spell.
Ah, no! Ow!
It's not over yet.
Hinotama, it deals 500 damage straight to my life points.
I summon a monster in attack position.
Let's see what you got, Joey. Yes!
And my turn.
Our monster is not dead. Okay, it's a bit risky.
I draw a card.
I might not have dared to do that without a backup card, but this is, again, in the mindset of, it is still pretty easy, so I was like, can I risk this? But I could, so awesome. So, first, we are going to change it to defense position in order to activate its effect.
My monster's effect activates.
Just to flat out get rid of that guy. Bink, and gone. So that's pretty cool. So then, we're gonna summon, not that one. 15, let's do this one.
Now is the time. I summon a monster in attack position.
Now what I'm setting up here, normally I would just try and summon my highest attack monsters, but I have a Blue Eyes in my hand. And Blue Eyes requires 2 sacrifices in order to summon. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to keep 2 monsters on the field. I'm hoping my Dream Clown doesn't die. So I'll be able to sacrifice these 2 next turn in order to bring out my Blue Eyes. If not, I'll have to use a different monster, but I'm hoping that the Dream Clown will stay alive. Oh. If you go to attack in its main phase, it'll ask you if you want to go to battle phase. So that way it's smoother and nicer.
Let's do this.
So let's attack directly!
Tax your life points
Directly! But pow!
That won't keep me down.
Yeah.
My turn is done.
Here I go.
Yes!
It's my turn. I draw.
What you got?
Here we come.
I summon a monster in attack position.
Bring it! Alright, there
I end my turn.
we go. End
Here
my...
I go.
Alright, so now I'll be able to bring out my blue eyes,
Draw a card.
which is awesome. Check this out. Normal summon. Yes, tribute those two monsters.
I'm counting on you.
Go!
I tribute summon a monster.
Blue eyes, white dragon! Yes! Switch that baby over to battle.
To battle. Let's do this.
Go!
I attack with a monster.
White lightning attack! Yeah!
I can't lose to the likes of you.
We have almost won this.
I end my turn.
I'm not giving up, because losing ain't in my dictionary. It's my turn.
Yeah!
I draw. Let's do this. I summon a monster in attack position.
And blah.
Guess my turn's done.
Now isn't the time to let up.
Nope.
My turn.
Now, with knowing that I could win with just attacking, I'm still gonna summon another monster for the sake of it. Simply because, like, if something were to happen. So I'm gonna summon this guy.
I summon a monster in attack position.
Because I like the battle in the mindset of, like, what if they have something else? What if they have this or that, or something to stop the battle phase? Because they're... Basically, if you can think of something that could happen in a duel, there's a card that can do it. That is the basics of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you can think it, there's a card that does it, likely. Unless it's something ridiculous, like, I don't know, dance around with a chicken on your head, but otherwise.
You're finished. My monster attacks.
And bing bang boom, we've won! Hell yeah! Wasn't very hard again, but still, it was a bit harder than the AI.
You're the one and only king of games. Thanks for the duel, Yug.
Yeah.
I win.
Nice! So pretty easy going when you first get started, but it's a heck of a lot of fun, and as you get higher up, the characters get harder, and you get better and more cards, and it is just a lot of good fun. And there are different ways that they teach you how to do the more advanced techniques. So what's this? Oh, cool. So, like, once the story bit gets over, I will show you guys what I mean. Well, not show you, but just, like, go into it and just so you guys know. But that doesn't mean I'm giving up on my dream of being the Dual World King. Again, I cannot do their voices. I don't know how many times I've said that in this episode, but, never surrendered before and I ain't starting now. When I duel, I always give it my all. And fighting by my side is the one and only Red Eyes Black Dragon! Heck yeah, so that's Joey's card that'll have the special animation if he summons it. So you can choose who you play as and what character you're leveling up, as well as the different decks you use, and stuff like that. But that is pretty much everything. You level up, you challenge, you do missions and stuff like that. There's PvP once you get a high enough level. I think it's like level 5 or something like that. I can't remember well, once you get high enough level, you'll be able to do PvP and battle duelists around the world that are real people. And this is also an area. Hello. Hello, and welcome to Duel School. Hope you're having fun learning how to duel through... Here you'll have fun learning how to duel through duel quizzes and trying out different decks. Alright. So this is where you can go in to learn different techniques. So you can try out specially designed decks. You can try out a duel quiz. Different duel quizzes, there are different levels to do them that help you learn the more advanced techniques and things. Like, the first duel quiz has some pretty simple stuff like summon a monster, tribute summon a monster, change battle position, use a spell, activate a flip effect, ritual summon a monster. So some more basic stuff, and as you get further along in the various quizzes, you'll learn harder and better strategies. So it's really cool, and it rewards you for doing the duel quiz as well. It gives you gems, and as you do the harder ones, you get more gems. You can try out loner decks to do special things. So it's like a structure deck, Sorcerer's Alliance, Draconic Force, Legendary Warriors, all that good jazz. And then you can just ask for help if you have any questions. So that is the basics of Duel Links. It's really fun. It's really good. If you know nothing about dueling, it's a great way to get into it and get involved. It is simpler than the game, but it still offers a lot of good challenges, and it gets harder as you get better. So it is really fun and really cool. But that is going to do it for this episode then. It's probably gone on a bit longer than I wanted it to, even with me having to cut out a bunch of stuff. But it's fine. I enjoy it. It's good fun. But yeah. If any of you guys want to join up, it's free on Steam. It's cool and fun, and dueling is just awesome. Dueling's good fun. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. If you got any tips or tricks or anything you want to see me do, comments down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!